Good morning. Welcome to this 20-minute low-impact endurance ride. Today, we are going to get on the bike. We're going to ride it up straight and steady. There's going to not be any hills on our bike ride today. We are just going to keep it nice and steady with our heart rate, steady with our body, steady with our movements. So let's go ahead and get on our bikes and let's get ready. All right, make sure you get safely onto the bike. Make sure you've taken some time to make sure your coordinates on your bike, that your bike placement, your seat spot, your leg is not fully extended. You've got a little micro bend in that knee as you extend your leg, and that it's not fully extended out here so that you're not locking in through the joints here. So we're going to go ahead and get started really nice and easy here. Let's go ahead and set our hands onto our handlebars. Shift your pelvis slightly back, and I want you to lift up right through the upper body here. Now, for some of you at home, you might have a screen on your bike that tells you how fast you're going. If you do, great. If you do not worry about it. Today, we're not going to be worrying too much about speed. What we're going to be focusing on is really our breath today. So right now, I want this to feel super easy. I don't want you to feel any pressure through the legs. And I don't want you to find yourself bouncing on your saddle either. So if you are bouncing and you're going pretty fast on the legs, I want you to slow things down or turn up your resistance. I want this to feel really nice and comfortable here today. So low impact rides, endurance rides are a great way to build your cardiovascular endurance. So I learned this years ago through training, always going for it all the time, super high intensity rides. And then I realized I was just draining my body out. And so I started incorporating low impact rides into my program, and I became much more able to take on more with less effort. And it was all due to these rides. So what you're going to look at, if you had a heart rate monitor and you had the statistics after to show you what you did, basically you'll be very steady state on that heart rate. There'll be some huge spikes here. Maybe a little, but nothing too heavy. So I want the ride to start off really gentle. Start building a little bit of that heart rate, and we're going to get to a plateau where we're going to then hold that space. Your body's going to adapt, so I am going to encourage you to change your resistance or change your tempo, all based on how your breath is feeling. So for those of you at home that have heart rate monitors and you use them and you're quite familiar with your numbers, we're going to be in zone 2 today. For those of you who are not familiar with the zones, we've got 7 heart rate zones that we work in, 1 to 7. 1 being our resting state, 7 being the all-out VO2 max, everything you've got effort. We're going to be working at a 2 out of 7 effort today. So it's going to feel like you can build some heat, but you're going to feel like you can have a conversation the whole time as you're riding. So let's just get a couple of things really nice and settled here. I want you to sit up nice and tall. Relax those shoulders. Find yourself a little bend in your elbows. Get your wrists nice and comfortable here. And I want you to make sure that your hip, knees, and ankles are nicely aligned. So knees are not out, knees are not in. They're right aligned with your hip and your ankle. Relaxing through the grips of the wrist. Now, right now, I'm going to tell you my speed so you kind of get a feel for the tempo that I'm going at right now. I'm doing about 85 RPM, revolutions per minute. I'm going to keep my feet nice and neutral here as well. So as I'm lifting, kind of going through that circular motion, I'm going to find a little lift of the heel, and then I'm going to press down through the ball of my feet down towards the floor. Beautiful. Let's just stay here. Nice inhale, nice exhale. Inhale through the nose, exhale out of the mouth. Beautiful. Now what we're going to be doing is we're going to be slowly increasing our resistance. So right now, it should feel really nice and comfortable. And we're going to get right to that point in our ride today where you're going to feel challenge of breath. So you'll feel that transition of breathing from nose to mouth. And that's where I want you to stay. So we're not going to be breathing super, super heavy, but enough that you feel that transition where you're only breathing through the nose, but now you've transitioned to your mouth breathing. So let's hold this cadence. Wherever you're at right now at home, I want you to stay there. And I want you to take however your dial is. Maybe you've got a Kaiser bike and you're lifting that lever. Maybe you've got a dial, and I want you to turn it maybe, I don't know, a quarter of an inch. Just turn it just a little, but don't let yourself slow down here. Now, every bike is going to be different, calibrated differently. So if you need to take it back a little, that's okay. So just a little turn of that resistance. Keep the cadence here. Relax your upper body. Nice job. Fantastic. This is my happy place, right? Right on the bike here. Cycling is certainly a big part of my life. So I needed to make some adjustments to my cycling schedule. Years ago when I was teaching so many classes, each time going to it with like 110 effort, but realizing I really wasn't changing anything in my body. In fact, I was actually getting really tired and not feeling great. So I started doing endurance rides. And at first it felt like I wasn't doing anything. So that was tough. And then I realized, whoa, was I ever doing so much. I feel this building of heat in the body. And then I started noticing when I got to those rides where I was climbing hills or when I was hiking, my cardiovascular system was just in such better condition to be able to take on those challenges without so much effort. And that's what we're building here today. Slowly but surely, just building up that endurance. And we're going to do that through added resistance and a little push of our cadence. So in 10 seconds, I want you to take your cadence up just a notch. I want you to pick up that tempo. We're going to stay here for 15 seconds. Let's get ready in 3, 2, 1. Pick it up just a little for 15. 8, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slow it down. Beautiful. Back to that original tempo. Stay here. Great. We got 2 more like that coming up. Now remember, if you're bouncing your saddle, I need you to anchor that tailbone down. Maybe you might need some more resistance. So if you're really bouncing, you feel your tailbone lifting and lowering, I want you to add a little bit more. It might be a little too easy or a little too little on the bike. I don't want to say easy, a little too little on the bike. You want to be able to feel really planted into the ground, into the saddle. All right, let's go ahead. We're going to pick up our tempo 2 more times, in 10 seconds. Woo! Keep going. 5 more seconds. We're going to pick up that tempo for 15. In 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Pick it up. 15 seconds.
To the sky.
See how it feels.
People would say to accept.
You might feel a little initial demand picking up.
Stay there for 5,
4, 3, 2, 1. Slow it down. Nice job. Beautiful. 30 seconds. We're going to do it 1 more time. Now I want you to notice what's happening in your body here. Don't underestimate the impact here. Notice that little bit of heat starts to build. Notice that changing of the breath. Really take some time here to tune in physically with your body. What's happening? All right, let's get ready in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pick it up. Here we go. Woo! Nice job. Beautiful. 8 seconds to go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slow it down. Nice job.
when you break
Woo.
and the road is
Well done. Now to keep this tempo here. Really nice and steady. Get adjusted. Tune in with your breath. Maybe there's a little residual change in the breathing here. Get that under control. Nothing should hurt here. This should feel really comfortable. If it feels uncomfortable, maybe you're out of that zone 2 effort that we're inching towards. Maybe you've already gone into zone 3 or zone 4. So be careful. We're not trying to win any races here today. That's not the goal of low impact. In fact, the goal of low impact is to stay in the back of the pack. We're following everyone else today. Let them go after the finish line really fast. We're going to get there, but we're not going to get there too fast today. So remember, that's okay. That's what we're trying to build. We're trying to build that endurance so that when we get to the front of the pack, we can finish first, all right? And start readjusting here. Get ourselves back. We're going to get into that nice tempo. We're going to dial up our resistance a little more. Again, little micro changes, not massive adjustments here. So I want you to feel a little change in that resistance. Turn it just a little more. Just enough to feel a little more pressure underneath the feet. Beautiful. Woo. Nice job. Now the body's an amazing vessel. It's constantly adapting to changes that we're giving it, constantly. So maybe when we got on the bike initially, this resistance would not have been accessible, and that is okay. But now you're warmed up. Maybe you're feeling a little bit more heat building in the body, and your body's able to take on a little bit more. So hold steady here. And remember, it is an act of bravery, huge act of bravery, to make a decision, say, no, I got to hold back a little bit more, right? This is where we empower ourselves to make the decisions that work best for our body. Beautiful. Stay with me here. So I haven't really changed my cadence much. I'm hovering between 84 to 86 RPMs. Heart rate, I can feel two things. That slight transition happening from nose to mouth breathing. I can feel heat starting to build in my body. But I feel like if I needed to, I could do this all day long. So that's a really good cue for you. If you're at home and you're saying, there is no way I could do this for hours on end, then maybe you've gone in a little too heavy, too hard. So then take it back a little bit. So endurance is about being able to hold on to it for longer periods of time. You think about going for a long walk. Think about long distance running. They're not killing it at top speed, right? They're nice and steady. Same thing on the bike today. I want you to feel like you can do this for an extended period of time. It should be accessible.
You play. 'Cause I've been talking to the people that you call friends, and it seems to me there's a means to an end. They don't care anymore.
Beautiful. Now we're going to pick up our tempo. We did 15 seconds on that first round. We're going to go 30 on these next three. So we're not sprinting. It's not a sprint. What we're doing is we're just increasing our cadence. Just going that little bit faster. Okay? Just building a little bit more heat, a little more challenge to the breath, but very much in control. So you can hear me talking. Maybe you hear a little bit of that change in the breath, but I very much can have a conversation right now. If it feels too labored for you, slow it down. Take a little resistance on it. Let's get ready. 10 seconds. We're going to go into that first little push. Little acceleration. In 4, 3, 2, 1, 30 seconds. Here we go.
Well, I don't care now what you say.
Beautiful, you're looking great.
'Cause every day I'm feeling fine.
Now, one of my biggest challenges when I do long rides or I go out on the trails with my husband is I got to tune out of my head. So often I get so caught up in those words in my head that do not mean anything. All right, slow down. I want you to do the same. And it's a conscious decision, right? We are making a decision not to tune into that brain, but rather tune into the body. We are so strong, stronger than we give ourselves credit for. Nice job. 5 seconds, we're going back to that 30-second push. 3, 2, 1, here we go. Little acceleration, picking up that tempo. So let's say you have a monitor on your screen and you can see exactly where you're at. Maybe you're adding 5 to 10 more RPMs. You're not exactly sure. I just want you to pick up that tempo a little bit faster. Stay in control of this. Anchor that tailbone down. Don't let yourself jump up and down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slow it down. Nice job. Excellent. Looking great. Beautiful. We got one more left. Phil Collins, oh my goodness. This guy was on my yellow Walkman, my Sony Walkman, incessantly in high school. 3, 2, 1, here we go. This song in particular, Holy Moly, on repeat and rewind. For those of us who remember tape cassettes and CDs, 15 seconds, come on. Little push on that cadence. Cadence is our speed. Come on. Remember, stay tuned in. You're there. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slow it down. Nice job. Feel free to grab water at any time. You don't need my permission. Just take what you need, towel off, but don't stop cycling. Now, endurance rides, there's not really any recovery times because we're really steady state here. We're not going high impact and then low. So I want you to keep your body moving. Try to keep that same tempo. Beautiful. All right, we've got this song and then the next one, and then we are done. A little Cyndi Lauper.
My grandma and your grandma sitting by the fire.
All right. Now we're going to take a little increase in our cadence. This time we're going in for 45 seconds. But stay where you are for now. 15 seconds, we're going to get started. We haven't changed the resistance. We're just going to increase our cadence a little bit longer. We started with 15, we went to 30. Next, we're going to be going into 45 seconds. Keep going. Good job. Good. All right, pick up that tempo. That's it. You got it. Keep going. Stay where you are. Beautiful. Siri got caught up on my computer. I don't know why. All right, keep going. Woo! All right, 20 seconds. All right, close those eyes. Tune in. Keep riding. 15 seconds. 6 seconds. Come on. 3, 2, 1. Slow it down. Back to where you were. You got it. Well done. Beautiful. I got one more coming up. Beautiful. Keep going. 6 seconds. We're going to pick it up one more time. 45. 3, 2, 1. Let's do it. Little pickup. Remember, we're not sprinting. It's just a little acceleration. Pick it up. That's it. Nice job. Beautiful. 30 seconds to go here. Then we're into our last song. Nice job. Now make sure your shoulders are pulled back. Your back is long. Elbows are bent.
Starting in my heart.
Stay here. 15 seconds.
Bringing me
Come
out
on.
the dark.
We're going to slow it back down in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slow down. Back to that original pace. All right. So our last one. All right, so on this last one, you have to decide. Where's your breath at? Are you in full control of that breathing? If you're like huffing and puffing here, I want you to stay where you are. Do not change anything. Remember, we want to be in control of our breathing for these endurance runs. We're not killing it today. I want you to be able to say your name in its entirety without any desire to have to take a giant breath in. So you're in control of that breathing the whole time. Now, we're going to dial up that resistance one last time. We're going to hold it to the end. All right? We're going to pick up our tempo about 45 seconds before the end of the song. And we're going to finish up there. Let's go ahead and dial up that resistance just a little. Again, small turn, small lift. Stay here, nice and controlled. Try not to slow down too much. So I can feel pressure beneath my feet, but I'm not climbing a hill. It's like there's this gentle incline on the road. We've all been there, right? You're walking it and then suddenly there's a little hill. It's not really pronounced, you don't really see it, but you can feel a change in the breathing. That's what I want this to feel like. You're slightly going up that incline, and you're so in control of the breath. You feel it a little bit, but you're in control of it the whole time. Nice job. Stay here.
Through every open door, count your blessings to find what you live for. Turn my sorrow into treasure gold.
So again, it's a nice building of heat. You might be at this point sweating like tons. I am sweating a lot right now. I can feel the glistening of the sweat kind of coming over my face. So really steady here. Still in control of the breath. All right, we're going to get ready for our last 45-second push. I want you to close your eyes if it feels safe and comfortable. I want you to envision us finishing up this ride together. Let's get ready in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Together. Ride it out. Again, not a sprint. Just pick up that tempo. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. I need you to finish this up with me. Come on, we're together in this. Beautiful, just that little extra push. 15 seconds to go. Almost at the end here. It's just that little bit more. Good, 8, 7, 6, you're there. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slow it down. Woo! Take off the resistance from the bike. Ride it out. Don't stop cycling, please. Keep riding. Grab your water. Grab whatever you need. Shake it off. Beautiful. Well done. We're just going to ride it out here. So one thing you don't want to do is after you finish riding, you just stop cycling and get off the bike. We need to slowly get the blood flow moving through the body. So what happens is when we exert ourselves, blood goes to where it needs to go, right? In this case, it's going to be our legs. So we want to make sure the blood continues to now flow through the body. We get our breath in control. We're ready. We're not just stopping and kind of not moving our body after we get off the bike. So just slowly get yourself ready. Nice job. Fantastic. And when you're ready, you could slowly make your way off the bike. Maybe even take your hand, push down on the little lever here, or the lever that lifts and lowers, or the button, and press it down to come to slow to a standing still. Beautiful. Let's go ahead and drop your right leg down. Take your right arm up to the sky, nice and tall through the body. Gently lean over to the left. Open up that hip flexor. Give your side body a nice little stretch. Oh my goodness, you have so much to be proud of. I'm so proud of you. Beautiful. Come back through center. Drop that right arm down to the ground. Switch sides. Take that left foot down. Bend in through that right knee. Inhale. Take that left arm up. Lean over towards the right. Fantastic. Beautiful. Come back through center. Stop. Now, let's go ahead and reach our arms forward. Turn the palms back. Sweep them behind you. Interlace the fingers or rest your hands at the base of your tailbone or your hips and roll the shoulder blades back. Lift up your heart. Give your chest a nice little bit of expansion. Rounding into the shoulders sometimes is so common when we're on the bike. So we want to really open up the heart here. Wonderful. When you're ready, release your hands, shake that off. Let's come right off the bike safely. So when you find yourself maybe next to your bike, rest one hand on your bike if you want to. You can go ahead and give your quad a little stretch. You can do a really short stretch session, but I want you to feel comfortable to take a little extra time after class to really stretch on a little bit more. This is certainly enough to kickstart it, but stay on a little longer for an extra little bit of stretching. Do you feel like your body needs it? Nice job. Take that left foot all the way forward, cross over the knee, press back into a seated position. Give that hip a little opener. Beautiful. Press into that top leg. Let's go ahead. I'm going to switch over to the other side. So I have my left hand holding onto the handlebars. You don't need to hold on to them if you don't want to. Grab hold of that right foot. Draw the heel in towards that glute. Nice job. Sweep that right foot, cross it over your left, bend into it. Woo! Nice little hip opener there. Beautiful. Come on all the way up. We're going to finish off with a little hamstring stretch here. So I'm going to go ahead and kickstand my left foot, bend into my right knee, lean in, kick the bum back, toes up towards center. Give the back of that leg just a nice little bit of lengthening. Nice job. Come on up. Switch sides. Right foot kickstands. Bend into that left. Toes towards center. Nice and long through the body. Nice job. Come on all the way up and let's celebrate with a nice big inhale and exhale to close the session off today. When you're ready, bend your knees, sweep your arms all the way up towards the sky. Press your palms together. Exhale to your heart center. Remember to celebrate that you showed up. That is 99.9% of the challenge. Thank you so much for coming today and taking on this 20-minute low impact ride. I hope you rinse, wash, and repeat this ride many, many times and start seeing those improvements one pedal stroke at a time. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day. See you soon. Bye-bye.